Okay, let's start. Chemistry. State of matters, matters with 2T. Change of state, properties of solid, liquids and gases, solution, materials, atoms, the periodic table, filtration, distillation, chromatography. All matters exist as liquids, solid and gases. Solids. The particles are packed very closely. Each particle can only vibrate about its fixed position, which doesn't change. Liquids. The particles are packed closely and move around in any direction in the liquid. Gases. The particles are distant. They move around quickly in any direction in the container. Properties of solids, liquids and gases. Solids cannot be compressed, do not flow. The shape stays the same, volume stays the same. Density is high. Liquids cannot be compressed, flow. Take the shape of the bottom of the container. Volume stays the same. The density is medium. Gases can be compressed easily. Flow. Take the shape of the entire container. They have no definite volume and they have a very low density. Change of state. A solid becomes a gas through a process of sublimation. The gas becomes a solid through a process of desublimation. Gas becomes a liquid through a process of condensation, and a liquid becomes a gas through a process of evaporation. Liquid becomes a solid through a process of freezing, and a solid becomes a liquid through a process of melting. Solution. When we add a solute to a solvent, the solute dissolves and the resulting mixture is called solution. Temperature of the solvent. If the temperature of the solvent is high, solute dissolves faster. In other words, solubility increases with temperature. The mass of the solution formed is equal to the total mass of the solute and solvent. Materials, atoms. All materials are made up of substances called elements. Most materials are made up of two or more different elements joined together. Some materials are made up of only one kind of element. The elements are made up of atoms. The periodic table. The periodic table is a way of classifying the existing 118 elements. The elements are arranged in order of increasing mass of atom. Elements with similar properties are grouped together. The periodic table of elements was invented by the Russian chemist Dmitry Mendeleev in 1869. Filtration. Filtration is used to separate a solid from a liquid using the force of gravity. The solid has particles too big to pass through the filter paper. The liquid instead passes. Distillation. Distillation is used to separate a liquid from any solids which are dissolved in it. It can also be used to separate a mixture of two liquids which have different boiling points. The salt water or seawater solution is boiled. Step 2. Water turns into steam. Step 3. Steam rises up the flask, leaving salt behind. Chromatography. Put a spot of ink in the filter paper. Put the filter paper in the beaker with the solution and cover the beaker. The solution evaporates and a spot of ink separates in many pigments. Chromatography is used to separate different colored dyes. Thanks for taking time out.